Good morning, everybody. Whoa, there we go. Good morning. Is that right? Good morning, everybody. We're getting the buttons figured out here. How's everybody doing today? I'm just going to pop the chat in over here real quick. I got to figure out a better way to do this before the show starts. But for now, I got to pop it in over here real quick. How's everybody doing today? Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, I have to continually pop the chat out just to display it over here so it's visible. But that won't take but a second here. Let's see if we can do that. I hope everybody's having a great day. As you can tell here in Philadelphia, it's not that sunny today. It's not that sunny at all. But we're working with it. At least it's not snowing. Some parts of the country is getting a lot of snow today. So, here in the Northeast anyway. All right. Let's pop this chat over here. One thing I like about this OBS is that when you change an element in one place, it changes everywhere. I love that. All right, this should do it. Bam. All right, we got chat. All right, so yeah, how you guys doing today? I hope you are having a great day as well. We're gonna get the show started here in a second. Just setting up all of these elements here. There's not any news happening in tech right now. Like the industry seems to be shut down. I don't know what's going on with it, but I'll take it. All right, let me move this over here. But there's got to be something that we can talk about. So we're going to get into a few things here, regardless of the industry shutting down or not. We're going to find some tidbits to talk about for sure. And I got a couple. Let's get the shout outs for the members out of the way out the top here. Let's see if I can move this. Oh, that was the wrong way. That was the wrong way. All right, there we go. All right, who we got in here? We got Mashup Mike in here today. Let's get the air horns going for Mashup Mike. We got CJ in here today. I appreciate you, CJ. Let's get the air horns going for CJ. And we got, who else? We got 2530 Media up in here this morning. Morning 2530 Media. Let's get the air horns going for you as well. Morning to everybody. Good morning to all the members. Going to chat real quick before we get the show started here. The Amazing Fuzzy. Good morning, The Amazing Fuzzy. How you doing? Glad you could join us. Do you know if the Go 10.3 will re-enable tilt support anytime soon? The 10.3. I didn't know that. I don't know what update I have, but we'll check that though. We'll check it. I'll bring the 10.3 over here and we'll check that tilt support to see if I have an update. I'm almost certain. I'm almost certain that it does, but we'll see. We'll check that out. All right. Yeah. So since we're all set up here, let's go ahead and get the intro music going, and then we can start the show. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech live for November 4th. Today's Tuesday, 2024. We got members in the chat room today. We got a few members in the chat room today. Good morning to all the members. Good morning to everybody watching today. I'm glad you could join us. We got Lau just joined the chat right now. Good morning, Lau. We got to talk about a couple of things. I got some information about the Note Max. We got info about the Note Max. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Calm down, everybody. Just calm down. We got some Reddit drama. I heard about after the show yesterday. We got to get into that. We got to jump into some Reddit drama. I like a good Reddit scandal. I like a good Reddit scandal. People returning the Note Air 4C. I just sold my Note Air 3C. I have no recourse right now, so I have to deal with whatever is going on. So I got to advocate for the Note Air 4C right now, especially for it getting better. I got to find all the issues, present them, talk crap, and then hopefully they get fixed, because I don't have the Note Air 3C anymore. Not that I would have wanted it. You guys know I had problems with the Note Air 3C. I had fundamental issues with it. So I'm not sad to see it go. I just want a functioning color device. That's all. CJ says tilt is supported, but not on every pen. Maybe just the. Oh, okay. There we go. Bang bang. See, that's why I love my chat. We knowledgeable up in here. The Amazing Fuzzy says, "Oh, I'm very interested in the Note Max." Yeah, definitely. So we got some information on the Note Max, and we're gonna talk about the Note Max. We're gonna theory craft about the Note Max here. We're gonna do that for sure. First up though, we got just some shameless plugs. All right, we gotta get those out of the way first. Website, okay. Shameless plugs and website. Let's get this out of the way. Website. Website is www.rantsabouttech.com. We got t-shirts for sale. A fine way to support the channel. What else we got here? We got memberships. Become a member. Members are awesome. They're cool. Join a select crew of people who are passionate about eInk and the color orange for some reason. I don't know how that and why that happens, but it's a thing. Memberships. You get a voice in the channel. Dictate what direction the channel takes. It's a good time. Membership polls. Speaking of which, one of the ways you can affect the way the channel or what direction the channel goes is membership polls. So let's check those out actually real quick. We got, before we get into the news here, we got membership polls on when the live stream should be right now. I have a membership poll coming out today talking about should I review the iFly Tech AI Note Air 2. They need to do better with these names. They need to do better. Okay. Things like that. By the way, looks like here Saturday's winning the live stream weekend poll. So it looks like the members are like, we would like to see you on Saturday if you're going to do it on the weekend. Okay. That's one thing. All right, let's check the other poll here. We got this one is what time during the weekday And it looks like 10 a.m. is winning on that one. Another way the members are directing which direction the channel goes there. So they're dictating the live streams here. They're dictating the live streams. What else we got here? We got the last poll here talking about what time on the weekends would they like the live stream to be, what works for everybody so the most people can join. We got 7 p.m. right now. So the members are choosing 7 p.m. on the weekends on Saturday right now. And they're choosing 10 a.m. on the weekdays right now. And it's all up to them. Members are choosing that stuff. So, yeah, another way to support the channel. Let's go to the chat real quick before we get started here, now that the shameless plugs are out of the way. All right. CJ says, Rod, you should turn off the... Oh, reactions on your Mac camera settings. They pop up sometimes, you know, like the... Oh. I thought someone in chat thought I was cool, and they were like, "Oh, give this guy a thumbs up." I was feeling myself when that happened. It's for no reason. I'm not sure why that would even be a thing. Thank you for telling me, CJ. I appreciate that. I'm writing that down right now. Get rid of reactions. All right, 2530 Media says, "How good is the push-up standard pen from Supernote?" It is really good. Just to answer that real quick, the push-up pen from Supernote is really, really good. I like the way it sounds. It's clicky. I like that. They should make it clickier. I love that. And the button works flawlessly. The build is good. Although it did split on me, but I drop stuff so much. I'm so hard on things. I shouldn't say that out loud, but I am. So it's robust. The nib is awesome. It's really good. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie, man. If that pen had a button, I would not have searched for another pen. If that pen had just came with a button, we'd be golden. But it doesn't. It's an awesome pen, though. I love it. I love the way it feels, love the way it looks, love the way it writes. The way it writes, oh my goodness. That pen is programmed differently than any other pen you're gonna get that's not from Supernote. And I love it. So there we go. There we go, Mike. Or there we go, Mr. Media. Anyway, I'll get into the stories here. So, I have it on good faith. That the Note Max will be coming out in December, this month. My sources tell me. I got sources. They know things. So they tell me that we're gonna see it this month. This coincides with that reseller. Let's see if we. Matter of fact, let's pull up. let's go to Boox's official site. Let's refresh this. My things just kind of sits here. So we got nothing from them still. Let's try to find that reseller that was. Does anybody remember the name of that reseller that was selling the Note Max, saying it was coming out mid December? I don't remember the name of that reseller there. We'll just do Note Max mid December. All right, so let's see what Reddit says here. Oh, when was this? 21 days ago. All right, so this reseller right here is saying that mid-December is the ship date for the Note Max. Let's see if we can find that here. Yeah, here we go. We got free shipping delivery from mid of December. And I have a source that says that is true. That we're going to see the Note Max in this month. What do we think about that, chat? What do we think? Lao's flabbergasted. E-reader something? Well, the Note Max is the biggest note device that Boox makes. Well, I mean, we don't know. It's not out yet. But I have it on good faith that this thing is coming out this month. Are we saving up for this? Are we trying to get this thing? You know what I find interesting? I find it interesting that the site that says that they're going to have them here has more pictures of it than what Onyx has on their site. CJ said it's the Go 13.3 basically. Yes, it is. Absolutely, in every way. Well, with the exception of one way. It doesn't have BSR. Um, it doesn't have BSR. I mean, it does have BSR. The 10.3 doesn't have BSR. So that's the only difference in these devices. Well, except the screen size. I think that's awesome. It's a beautiful device. In the same way that the Go 10.3 is a beautiful device. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Note Max myself. I'm buying that day one. I am definitely buying that day one. So that's that. I thought that was super interesting. That we got a confirmation um, about this thing right there. We're getting some confirmations about this thing. I would have never said this year though. I would have definitely said next year. I would definitely say next year. Let's go to the chat real quick. Mike Osmond, how's it going, Mike? Glad you could join us. Good morning. There goes my theory. They threw it out there as a teaser to get ahead of A5X2 or A4 and have folks wait for them. Looks like Boox is backing up their claims. Yeah, yeah. I just. It looks like this is gonna be a thing. It looks like it's gonna be a thing, Mike. But I'm just like, oh, we got a lot of mics here. We gotta go, Mike O. All right, Mike O. Um, I- yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. And Lao says the Chinese year works differently. Touche. Touche. Good point. Very good point. Like their fiscal year doesn't coincide with ours, right? And that's something I didn't take into account when I made my A5X2 prediction about fourth quarter. Is that they don't even care about our fourth quarter. So that may have been. I still believe it's coming next year though. So, uh, 2530. We're going with Mr. Media. Mr. Media says if the only difference is screen size, I don't need it. Well, that's not the only difference. It has BSR, and because it has BSR, it's going to run the full version 4.0 with the widgets and everything like the Note Air 4C does. The Note or the Go 10.3, because it doesn't have BSR, won't be running widgets. It will get some of the features from version 4.0, but it won't be the same version that they shipped in the Note Air 4C. It'll be more akin to what you see on the Go 10.3, except it will have like some other additions in it as well. But yeah, okay. So the widgets, yeah, they will have widgets on the Note Max, and you don't have widgets on the Go 10.3. So that's one of the differences. Lao says, why not a front light? I think to me, honestly, the reason why I think they didn't put a front light in the Note Max. Let's take a look at this thing here. I think the reason why they don't have a front light in this thing is because I guarantee this thing initially was going to be the Go 13.3, like everyone says. Right? Who said it in the chat? CJ. Just like CJ said in the chat, it's basically the Go 13.3. And I guarantee at one point it might have been called the Go 13.3. But when firmware version 4.0 got to the point to where they were like, well, we can put widgets in this thing. I think that changed the trajectory of the the Go 13.3, because if they were gonna if they wanted to have the widgets, they were gonna have to put BSR in it. You know what I mean? If they had, I think if they had designed this tablet from the ground up to include version 4.0 with widgets, I think it would have had a front light. But I don't think they designed this from the ground up with that in mind. I think they designed this from the ground up to be the Go 13.3, and then they just kind of they pivoted once they realized the requirements on the new firmware that they had, and they wanted this device, seeing how it's bigger, to have widgets, and they had to throw BSR in there. You know what I mean? So I think that's why. I think it's the only reason it doesn't have a front light. CJ says, also, I think they don't care about Christmas. Right. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was a miscalculation on my part I mean, you know what, though? I was about to say it was a huge misstep on my part to assume that they cared about the U.S. fiscal year. When, yeah, you know what? It may not be everyone's fiscal year throughout the rest of the world, but you do care about it no matter what part of the world you're in, because U.S. is such a big player in the world market. So you kind of have to care about our fiscal year as well. I don't know how many devices they sell worldwide, but I'm willing to bet the U.S. is probably one of the bigger markets. So you kind of have to care about that. I mean, that sometimes will play into your strategy if you're thinking globally. Yeah, the U.S. market is just so big to where you have to consider it. But again, like I said, I just didn't consider that, that might not be a thing for everybody, especially in the eInk market. All right, what else we got here? What else do we have here? We got Reddit drama. Let's skip over to Reddit. Right after the show ended yesterday, I was put on some drama that was happening on Reddit around the A5X2. So let's do, every time I search Reddit for this stuff, I gotta search. You just gotta do a Google search. And we'll hone in our search here. We'll do past week. One day ago. Oh, okay. All right. There's a few posts. So let's get to them. Let's skip to these. All right. So, this is the oldest one. And I don't think this is the one in question there. The issue surrounding, first of all, I want to mention that English is not my first language, so there may be nuances that might not come across as intended. That was a pretty good sentence right there. All right, let's look at this. I don't know which post got all the attention yesterday. If you guys know what post it was that got all the attention yesterday, because I don't know why, but my Reddit feed is not set up properly or something. I get the randomness of random stories in my Reddit feed. Old too. I'm like, why? This is 3 weeks ago. Why the heck am I seeing this right now? All right, but let's dig through this. I am a Nomad user and I am very satisfied with the device, so I may not be able to fully empathize with those waiting for the A5X2. Well, if you want a bigger device, I think you want that. This couldn't have been the post, because this post didn't get that many flaming responses. This may have been it. Let's check it out. All right. Here we go. All right, likelihood of release this year for the A5X2. By the way, let me just say that I don't think it's coming out. I don't think it's coming out this year. I mean, I've been saying that for months, literally. But next year, 2025, going to be a big year for eInk. All right. Dear Ratta Supernote, is the launch of the A5X2 still expected to come this year, or is it more likely that it will release somewhere next year? I'm asking because I can't really wait much longer and need something to fill up this gap. I don't need an exact date, but if the release is postponed until next year, I would like to try my luck with the Nomad, hoping that will be just big enough to do everything I want with it. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we got an official response before we dig into the other stuff here. I don't think we got an official response to this thing. No. Did we? Or we clearly can't go through all of this, but all right, let's go to the end here because it seems the most interesting. So it says the last untrustworthy information mentioned January. So just assume that it won't be released earlier. Do you feel comfortable waiting till January, having 50% chance that it will be released then? I missed that date, but if that's the case, I think I might just try the Nomad instead. Yeah, you know what though? Unofficial release date. I don't know if we're gonna get to the bottom of this chat. I thought there was a more descript thing happening on Reddit around the A5X2, unless I missed something. Chat, do we know what happened yesterday with the A5X2? Is it worth looking into? People are upset about this, and Ratta's already said they're not gonna respond to any of this stuff. Like, people are upset by it. Ratta has said they're not gonna respond, and let me just be clear about my stance on this. I definitely think there is a change happening at Ratta that's affecting the decisions that they're making right now, for better or for worse. I don't really know. But I definitely think that this is such a departure from how they typically handle their communications that there's definitely a change in management or a shakeup in management or something happening. And they've already said they're not going to respond. So for people to be upset about it, I don't understand what all the hate is about. No other company responds. Like, people, I mean, yeah, people might get upset about the Remarkable for having. Actually, no one really got as upset as people are about the A5X2 at the Remarkable. And it took 5 years. I don't know how long. When did the A5X release? Let's check it out. Release date. So A5X2 expected release. Oh no, not the A5X2, but the A5X. Here. I'm looking for A5X release date. There we go. When was it released? Thank goodness. All right, December 2021. Oh, wow. Okay, so if the A5X was released in December 2021, I mean, we're 3 years away. Yeah. Wow, okay. And they released it in December. We could get the Note Max and the A5X2 this month. We could get both of those devices next month. This would be crazy. That would just be insane if we got both of those devices this month. I mean, look at it. They clearly aren't afraid to release devices in December, the last month in the quarter, the U.S. financial quarter anyway. They clearly don't care about that. So yeah, I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance that the A5X2 and the Note Max get released this month. I highly doubt it, but the sources say it's coming. And that's two sources I got already that's saying that about the Note Max anyway. So yeah, I mean, I don't see the A5X2 drama other than it not coming out and people being upset about it. But I don't think anyone should be upset about it. It's only been 3 years. Remarkable took really legit the better part of almost 5 years to release the Paper Pro. They didn't get nearly this much hate, but I guess because they weren't talking about dates, like Ratta tends to do. So, all right. So what else we got here? You know what I need to do? I'm gonna get me a sound effect that like transition between stories or transition between segments. Let me see if I have one here. Does the meow work for switching between segments? The meow probably doesn't work. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Okay. What about can I use does a fireball work to switch between segments? No, I'm flaming somebody with that. What else we got here? Record scratch? Eh, eh. All right, we'll come back to the sounds. Let's go to the chat real quick. Lau says, did Ratta give any dates? Ratta didn't give any dates. They put out a letter and that was it. They put out a letter and that was it. So, and in that letter, they specifically mentioned the fact that they weren't going to give out any dates. So that's their stance, and they've had that stance for a while. But that's why I think that they're not going to come out with it this year, even though it could be. They could, they could, or they could not. Back to the chat. The Amazing Fuzzy says there really is a world of difference in how Remarkable does things and how Boox does things. Absolutely. Orange juice maker might be the way to go, CJ. I'm gonna find that sound effect. I'll put it in there. If not, sound effect. And everyone. Oh snap! All right, are we good now, or is it still not working? Oh boy. All right, can we? Are we good now? I think I might have done something over here inadvertently. If you can hear me, good morning, Greg. Glad you could join us. How's it going? Okay, good now. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, I think it's these. I think it's the external headphones I have here. When I'm connecting them, it does something crazy. But as long as we're good now, we're good to go. But yeah, so let's get to this other story here. People are returning to Note Air 4C. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get that up here. Oh yeah. By the way, t-shirts on sale. Buy a shirt. Support the channel. Let's check out what we got for the Note Air 4C being returned. I've gotten a lot of comments about people returning the Note Air 4C, which makes me question my decision to sell my Note Air 3C. I sold it. I'm boxing it up and sending it off today. I'm like grudgingly putting it in the box. Like, oh, am I making a mistake? But then I remember how much I hate the orange logo on the front. And then I'm like, oh, no. You're doing the right thing, my guy. You're doing the right thing. But yeah, let's look at this. Note Air 3C. Note Air 4C. I'm just looking at and seeing what kind of news pops up for Note Air 4C returns. It doesn't look like there's much of a thing out there for it. Oh, I said 4S. We might need to do Note Air 4C. All right, so not a lot, right? But I've gotten that comment enough in my comments to where I'm like, wow, is that a thing now? Did I make a mistake in selling my Note Air 3C? I really felt confident in selling the 3C after they fixed the Notes app crashing on me issue. The Notes app is still slower than the Note Air 3C. For what reason? They just need to optimize, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they optimize the crap out of it. All right, so returned Boox Note Air 4C. Let's take a look at this. Too many front light pinholes. Annoying. Gonna go to Beijing anyways for the summer, and I can buy one there in person. Oh, okay. So they're gonna get it. They just didn't like the one they got. Would have been nice to see a picture or for proof, for real. Definitely. Listen, no face, no case. Show proof. We need we need receipts for this stuff. Is there an actual physical bookshop? Okay, this did me no good. Legit no good. Well, I mean, there aren't. It doesn't seem like there's an overarching issue with returns. I mean, I am just looking at the first page though. If I did a deeper dive, I might be able to unearth something. I don't know why we're so like first page focused in search these days. I remember back in the day doing search, I would routinely just go to like the 8th, 9th, 10th. I would like to go to the last page to find information because I know that's the road less traveled. Why I thought that mattered, I don't know. Now it's first page searches only. All right, so it doesn't seem to be an issue. I'm going to rock with it. I'm going to rock with the Note Air 4C and hope that they push out optimization updates and fixes the sluggishness in the apps that I'm having problems with, which is the Reader app and the Notes app. The Amazing Fuzzy says, I'm sure that the Android optimization will work itself out. And that's what I'm hoping. That's exactly what I'm hoping, Fuzzy. I'm like, they've got the horsepower. I mean, Professor Rod has a segment in my new video. Professor Rod comes out. He's looking like a lab rat, but he's coming out. He does his own explanation of bigger cores in the Note Air 4C. It's got the potential for way more power. It should be displaying that, but optimization is holding that back, which kind of sucks. Did I mention I finally registered for CES? Did I mention that? I registered for CES, and I will be there from the 7th to the 10th. I was going to try to get there earlier because they have a media day on the 5th. I don't want to be in Vegas for 5 days, though. Yeah, I don't want to be in Vegas for 5 days. I don't gamble. Like, legit no reason for me to be there other than CES. I'd much rather be in cold Philly. I don't know why, but I would. But yeah, so I got that done. I'm looking for things to do in CES. I'm asking everyone every show, does anyone have any CES like gems for me? What should I be doing at CES? Throw it in the chat. Throw it in the comment. Like I need things to do. I mean, I'll take any advice on what I should be doing at CES. I've only ever watched it on TV or YouTube, as it were. Should I review the Note Air 2? Have you guys seen the Note Air 2? Let's take a look at it. I said the Note Air 2. The AI Note Air 2. Oh my God, that's a horrible name. I think that's the AI Note. I'm debating whether I would even want to get into this ball of wax. Unless my audience wants to see this device, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna turn it down. I've seen it on reviews. It doesn't seem that impressive to me. The form factor is what looks impressive to me about this thing. That's it though. Oh boy. So yeah, chat. I'm not. It doesn't look that impressive to me that I want to spend the time that I put into making videos for devices. I mean, I could talk about it all willy nilly, right? But I'd get in the editing process and then want to go overboard like I always do, and it'll end up being way bigger of a project than I anticipated. Which is why I don't want to get into it for something that I'm like half interested in. I only want to talk about devices that I'm fully interested in. That way, when I get into the editing process and it's more of a job than I thought it was going to be, I'm okay with that because I like the product. Yeah, iFlyTech, eInk Unplugged came out with this device not long ago. It came out in I think China, and it's been out in China for a while. Fuzzy says it's not for normal users. I agree. It's definitely not for normal users. Ooh, one of my videos right here. I love that. To see something and then see one of my videos and the more videos thing. Oh, that's awesome. Anyway, yeah. So this company right here, they reached out to me a long time ago about a translator. And since I wasn't that into even wanting to talk about a translator, for the same reason I just said I don't want to talk about this, is that it's a translator, and I thought my phone has one. But I thought if you send me a device, I'll find a creative way to talk about it if it's cool. If you just send me the device to have, if I figure out a way to talk about it, I will. If not, cool, whatever. But they were like, no, we need you to do this, X, Y, and Z. You got to say these points. You got to talk about this. And then at that point, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm good to go. Never mind. So then they released this eInk device, and they're like, oh, would you like to see this though? I'm like, I could. They didn't have all the stipulations from last time. This time though, so they must have been like, oh, this guy's not going to talk about this if we have any stipulations, and they were right. They were right. So anyway, I got this opportunity to talk about it, but like I said, I don't want to do it if it's not interest from my viewers in it. So if you're watching this replay, let me know in the comment. If you're here in the chat, let me know. Like how do we? What's the temperature? Should I talk about it? Should I not? They're far more interesting products to talk about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still got to do the Viwoods AI paper software overview. So I'm really looking forward to that. This though, only if my viewers want me to talk about it will I review this and tell them yes, I'll do it. I haven't seen the new Scribe pen. I haven't even seen the new Scribe. I've seen pictures of it, like vaguely. I do want the Scribe though. I do want that Scribe. That Scribe looks like I want it. You know what? The Scribe is a device I might reach out to Amazon to try to get, actually, and see if we can work together on this Scribe. I would do that. I really want to see the new Scribe because I crapped on the last one. I stayed away from it like it was the plague. I stayed away. I didn't get any good information about that. Every review I looked at was like, oh, the software. Every person I talked to personally that talked about it, and to be fair, there's only two. But still, they both like, oh, it's software. And the software is what I'm most interested in these devices. Well, I mean, the writing surface is really big to me too. But the software, I mean, if you can have a crappy writing surface and have great software, and I'm in, like Flynn. CJ says, I own the first Scribe. I never used it. See? I dodged that bullet like bullet time. I made a bullet time reel. Was it yeah, real. It was about this very topic. So crazy. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. But yeah, I said this yesterday. I'm going to give it one more live stream. in a niche market. Although I want me a small little note taker that's like this big to fit in a breast pocket. That's super niche, but I would buy that. Oh, the sound is. I don't know what's. Oh, you know what I think it is? You know what I'm going to do? Okay. I don't know what happened and why this is happening, but I think it's got something to do with these headphones. I got to get me a better set of headphones. You know what? I'm gonna cut my losses and end the live stream before any major catastrophic things happen between this microphone. That's why I'm live streaming every day to get all these things done here. So when I put together me an official live show, like I'll have all of these things worked out, and you guys would have been there to help me figure it out. So thank you. But all right, everyone, that's gonna be the live stream show for today. There's not a lot to talk about in the. Oh, whoa, that was the wrong one. There's not a lot to talk about in the tech industry right now. It's super quiet. I'm not gonna hold you. It's super quiet, but I like coming on here and just saying what's up to my crew that come here in the mornings all the time anyway. So that's always fun, and we'll find something to talk about. I'm sure. We'll find something to talk about. I'm sure. So takeaway from today's show. Note Max. I got sources on good, like I got credible sources saying it's coming this month. So, and the A5X2, we saw that Ratta don't mind releasing the device in December. They did it in 2021 with the A5X. So we might get that this month, although I doubt it. We're going to see though. Exciting times. All right, everyone. That's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys are having a better day than I am because it's cloudy here in Philadelphia. Hope you're having sunny skies and a little warmer weather. All right. But until next time, you guys, I hope you have a great time and great day. Take care. Peace.